Hello, how are you? It has been a while. So, where I've been, well, kinda dead inside, but we deal with it. So, in this video, I'll be redesigning an OC of mine that I haven't drawn in kinda 2 years, but at the same time, not really. Last time I drew her publicly was 2 years ago. But I did in fact draw her still in my sketchbook. I just never showed it because I didn't feel like it. But today is her birthday, which yes, I celebrate my OC's birthday. So since it has been 2 years and I did not like her design before, I decided to just redo it and do what I intended to do with her design but never actually achieved, which I will get into in a bit. So to start off, I guess I should start with how I created her years ago. How many years ago? 5 years ago? Something like that. I created her. This is actually kind of funny. Kind of stupid. Because I created her to be a sort of alter ego or different version of another C of mine that is called Selena. And I don't actually know how to explain it. It was kind of like a self-discovery thing where she, Selena, had to find parts of herself. The same thing actually was with another C of mine, which is called She. Yes, S-H-I-I. They were all like parts of her, which I've changed over the years because I did not like that concept. It was, in my opinion, in my story, a bit stupid. So now she is an independent OC, just herself. And her design, at the beginning, I sort of tried to achieve this look, which I've been doing in this drawing you see right here. Just had to pause because 7 motorcycles were passing by. Anyways, where did I stop? I don't know. But I was talking about her design now, so I will talk about that. No. I was not. That's a lie. I'm lying to myself. I was talking about her design before. She changed from being Selena, basically, to a girl that's sort of ghost-like. Like very white, very glowy. But the thing is, I don't know if I achieved that back then, 4 years ago at this point. That was 2020. But I already had the concept in mind where she would be not human and she would be... This is another thing now that is kind of stupid, but I did not change this because I am too lazy to, where she became this creature that's called a creepture. Oh my god. And she isn't human. But creatures at that point were beings sort of demonical, which I kept sorta, but I've changed that. And at that point in my life, I was deciding that my 3 OCs, Selena, She, and this one, that is 178, yes, that is her name, but not actually, but each of them would have an animal that would be characteristic of them. Like, Selena would be butterflies, which she still holds to this day. She would have been birds, which she does not hold to this day because I have angels and they're very bird-like. So I've changed that. I still have to redesign her as well, sort of as well, because she has 2 designs. The creatures, like in general, the species, would be all sea-themed. And at that point, I thought that 178 would be jellyfish themed, but I did not go through with that. I don't even know why. I think it was because I did not have the skills to pull it off. Second time I had to stop recording, but this time to deal with a neighbor's cat that was fighting with mine. Anyways, I don't know where I stopped once again. I'm so sorry. But as I was saying, I believe, I tried to go for a jellyfish design, but I did not have the skills to pull it off, so I guess I just kind of gave up on that. So then 178 went into a very mechanical theme. She had lots of armor that looked sort of mechanical, I guess. Kinda, at least that's what I tried to achieve, but I guess it looks more like armor, just armor. That's where we went, and I guess at that point, her design was very consistent. It was just her with her armor or in a purple dress, which in this part of the story she would be captured by the CCP, which once again, no, this one is wild. You would never guess what it means. It means capture creatures. Wow. Someone should give me an Oscar for, I don't know, just because. I guess I got tired of her design or something. I don't know. I just have this thing. The same thing with Carmen, who you will see in the video of me using my own drawings as reference because I forgot how to draw, which happens to everyone, I guess. I like their stories somewhat, but I just don't draw them anymore. I don't know why. Like, I liked 178 at that point. Her story did not change much from this new design of hers. I just stopped drawing her. Publicly, that is. I did draw her sometimes in my sketchbooks. I guess that what happened is that last year I focused a lot on my new story, Who Am I to Love You, Little Miss Future, instead of anything else. If you look at my art from 2023, you will see there isn't much other than Little Miss Future and Autumn. This year I went back to just drawing a bunch of OCs. Don't look at my accounts, or you will just see the same OCs, the same 2 OCs over and over again. I went back, I started developing their stories again, went on to Pinterest, started making boards, which you will see there, like some references beside the drawing. Halfway through the video, you will see it. Lots of, like, a board I made, mood board, and my own drawings because skill issue, I guess, I don't know. So with this new design of hers, I tried to go for what I meant to way back in the beginning, which was sea themed. As you will see, I actually have to see how you pronounce that. I know that she's from Africa. I don't know, I don't think it's South Africa. Oh, I have to see how you pronounce that name. Wait a minute. So I looked how to pronounce it. It took me a while for some reason. I mean, that's what happens when you speak 4 languages and Google decides to show you every single way to say it in every other language except English. I really like the goddess of sea, the Yemonja. I think that's how you pronounce it in English. I am not sure. So, like, I love her so much that I even wanted to, like, make a dress inspired by her for my prom way back because shit happens. So I decided to, like, 178 is supposed to be sea themed, so I was like, well, I might as well, right? I love her so much, so I might as well. So you will see like a statue of her and some other artwork made of the Yemonja I used as a reference, and you will definitely see it in her design as well. I also used, like, obviously still purple colors. That's it. She's all purple basically, just in different saturations and values? I don't know, look, don't talk to me in art, I don't know what I'm doing. And I also got inspired by seashells, a lot of seashells actually. In the first design that I made in my sketchbook, it had a lot more seashells, but I was like, if I'm going to draw this woman over and over again, I will die if I have to draw so many seashells, so I will not. So I added just 2 seashells and a starfish, and that like star thing on the top of her head that's inspired by the Yemonja's star that she has on top. And I actually changed her hair a bit, inspired by something that is not on the mood board but right in front of me, which is a doll I've customized years ago of 178. But instead of like trying to wave her hair like they usually do because I'm lazy, I just use like yarn, normal yarn that gives this sort of beach wave look. So I tried going for that in this new 178 design. And her hair forms like a moon shape around her, which I thought is very pretty. I wanted her to be very ethereal. Great, my cats are fighting again, but this time with each other. Okay, where was I? I don't know. Anyways, I added lots of pearls. She glows a lot, I guess. She's very purple, which also gives this fantasy look because you don't see purple usually, out there at least. Actually, I have 2 plants outside that are purple, but we will ignore that. And I guess like that's it really for her design. There isn't much, it's just very flowy, very glowy, very sea themed, and inspired by my favorite goddess. So story-wise, she is basically still the same. Like there isn't much that has changed in their story, I'm just kind of developing it still. Their CCP is very religious themed, like normal Catholic religion, but not really at the same time, while the creatures are all like sea-themed, sea monsters or something. There is something I've made, like really quick, just because I made this drawing. I like to write something sometimes, whether it be before making a drawing or after. This time I made it after. That sort of tells you a bit of the story, so I will read you that, okay? So, be prepared, it's marvelous, it's wonderful, best thing you will ever hear. Believe me, don't judge me, do not, it's true. So, here it goes. It's called Beneath the Sea You Imagined Us. Beneath the sea you imagined us, when we stood Mediterranean beneath the soil, an outlook into the lake proving us that the both of them kept secrets sown underwater. And just like any hero of humanity, this man stood enemy of us, and they changed them. In every way, you've changed them. I stood before untainted window panes, still glowing enough for the fishes to find me. And like they come forth, so do you, pure darkness and blue. You look through me, like an open door, and tell me what I knew before. Something left behind, before brought upon the destiny that holds me and my likes, and we both knew he was the love of my life. Out of pure selfishness, I protected him, yet never I knew the end that held him, as the world never stopped turning the moment I turned away. And I can see, in the voids of your face, that judge my decisions, the mistake I made. I turn away like I did before. If I stood here, they would find you. Or maybe, unlike my belief, you were the one who found them. Walking through the maze that held no sky above us, neither fire beneath, I watched the lights above me flicker. Screams will fill those hallways, but the Creator will never hear them. Only their God does, and He works upon us. They stand in front of gates in black and white, hair-covered latex and mechanical parts, draping down their bodies, guns in hand, ready to end for their beliefs. And they watch me walk past anything I could do to save my kind. They take me for special, unique, but I'm just like any like. Such a dynamic we held until the day fate would change. So that's my short reading of Beneath the Sea something, I already forgot the name. Congrats to me, wow. Yeah, as you can see, the story is very much sea-themed, I guess, sort of. Not really sea, because there is no sea. Yeah, I like it. I like where it's going. I still have to develop it more, just like with any other story I've done. But we will go. I guess that's it. The design, sea-themed, mechanical parts are still there. The whole mechanic thing, the whole electric, whatever. It's still a part of the story, which I actually wanted to include in her design, but I did not achieve this because at the point that I was like, I need more mechanic parts, I had already done line art, so I was like, fuck that, I'm lazy. This is it, 178, happy birthday. I'm sorry as well for everything you will go through, but that's what we do. I hope to be back with posting videos again. I hope to be back because I like doing this. I just never do because life hits and you kind of just stop existing. Hope that you've liked hearing my voice, and thank you for coming by, and thanks for listening as well. Hope you have a nice day.